I first met Gabe at BCM at our school. We both were playing in the worship bands, and I had thought he was really cute. And so I went up to him and told him that his hair looked like he got caught in his dad's hair pomade. And I thought that was gonna be a real catcher. But I guess it worked. And we met his freshman year, my sophomore year.
I met Sam, time was I think around October of, I was a freshman, 22? 23. 22, it was 22. I was in BCM. I had seen her before, but we were in BCM and we had just gotten done, and I was playing for the BCM band, and she came up and congratulated us a couple of times, and then we actually got talking one BCM after, and she's gonna hate me for saying this. She came up after one time, and I had taken a snap, a selfie. I had thrown my hand up in the air and taken a selfie, and she says from the chairs, "Not you taking a selfie without me," and runs up and takes a selfie with me. And that's kind of when we first started talking.
My first impression of Gabe was that he was just really cool and really cute, and he seemed like a lot of fun to be around and just really enjoyable person.
Actually, that first interaction, I wasn't sure, if I'm being honest. I wasn't sure how she was gonna be. I wasn't sure how she acted all the time, but she invited me to Wendy's through my buddy Ethan, and we got to talking, and I actually really liked her. So
I don't really remember the first thing that Gabe said to me, but the first thing I said to him was that he looked like he got caught in his dad's hair pomade, and then he was taking a selfie, and I told him, "Not you taking a selfie without me." That's what I said. But I can't remember really what he said to me. I'm sure he was like, "Okay, this girl's weird."
That goes back. She said, "Not you taking a selfie without me," and I said, "Then get up here."
Who made the first move? Depending on who you ask, it's gonna be different. I say that I made the first move. Technically, Gabe did ask me out, but I'm the one who asked him to be my boyfriend, so I think that's really all that matters.
I did. So first move as in asking her out, or just first move as in it kind of shows that you like her? The first person that made the first move was me in dating wise. I did ask her out. I was actually, I was in bed, and the night before or 2 nights ago or something, I had invited her to a football game, and I was gonna ask her out there. And then that same night, she got a phone call from somebody to run sound for a play, and she couldn't make it to the football game. And I was sad, and so I was in bed, and I wasn't gonna ask her out after that. I was like, oh, well, maybe it won't work. And my buddy came in, and when I told him how I felt about her, he told me that I needed to go tell her right now. And I went to her car. She had met me actually after the football game, and we were gonna go eat, and I asked her in her car if she wanted to start taking things further. Because she did tell me she didn't want to date until she was out of college. And then making first move as in I kind of showing we had feelings for each other, I think would be her. I could kind of tell she liked me through asking me to come to things through different people. And there was actually one time at Whataburger where some guys came in and were beating a dude up actually, and she grabbed my hand. So I think she would make the first move in that aspect.
Whenever he asked me out, we were in my car because I was taking him and another friend to Canes after a football game, and he just told me, and I was like, okay. And so we talked a while, and we were basically dating. But then later on, I don't really remember. I remember I asked him to be my boyfriend, and so he was like, yeah. What made me fall in love with Gabe? There's a lot that can make you fall in love with Gabe. He's so handsome. What originally made me fall in love with him was he was handsome, sweet, kind, generous. He always listened to me. He never invalidated me. He was just caring, and he tried to help me if I was feeling down. And he just showed me continual kindness all the time. We'd hang out together, and as we hung out more, I just found myself growing more and more in love with him.
Honestly, just how sweet she was. She cared for a lot of people, and I know she couldn't say no very well. She can't say no very well, but it's because she wants to serve, and I love to serve, and that really matched. And she was very sweet, and I could tell she cared deeply about people, and that's really what made me fall in love with her.
When I knew that I wanted to marry Gabe was about 2 weeks into dating. We had dated for about 2 weeks, and then he told his parents. I told my parents we were dating, and then we had really talked about our values and kind of what we wanted in life after. And then I was like, yeah, this is the one. I'm doing it. I'm marrying him.
So I gave myself at least a year of dating her because I didn't want to rush into anything too fast. I gave myself a year, and I wanted a summer because summers can be hard on people. And honestly, if I'm being honest, about month after the summer, actually, we were month 9 maybe. I wanted to marry her because after the summer, summers are hard, and we made it through, and I knew I wanted to marry her then, but I still wanted to give it the year. But it was right after last summer I knew I wanted to marry her, yeah.
The whole process kind of was that he proposed, and then we had originally really wanted a smaller wedding that was more intimate, just a few close friends and family, and our wedding party that we chose. And it kind of just fell through. And then we ended up deciding on this place, this venue. I really liked it. I never really wanted to have a church wedding because of the white walls and stuff. So we had kind of talked through that, and we had decided on trying to find a venue. We chose this venue. It was nice. It was spacious. It had a kitchen. It just seemed like a really nice area to get married, and we really prayed through it. We kind of struggled a little bit. It was a lot of tears and a lot of prayers, I think. But I knew I wanted to have spring type, summer flower type of wedding, my flowers. And that's kind of the general theme that I chose. Gabe he was involved, but he just kind of wanted to make sure that I had what I wanted, to make sure that it was what I wanted it to be. And as long as he's there, it's all that I want it to be, so.
Okay, so yeah, going back before we were dating, she said that she didn't want to be in a relationship at all at first. And then she had changed to she wanted to be in a relationship after college. And then when I had actually confessed my feelings, I had told her that if she was willing to wait, I was willing to wait. I'd be willing to wait for her to graduate for us to date. And she said no, she didn't want that. And we had talked about getting married pretty early on because we both didn't want to date for fun. We were talking and wanting to get to know what our vision was of married life before we got too deep into it. And we had initially planned to get married, yes, when we graduated, or somewhere around there, at least when she graduated. But like I said, after the summer, we had been talking a lot about marriage leading up to it. And we were so lined up with what we wanted that we knew we were each other's, and we kept having completely different people that never knew each other tell us the same things, like, if you know who it is, why wait? Some people say, a lot of people start off, they say go be broke together. They say start off small together, like you're not gonna be where your parents are. And I think that's what we were waiting for, was to be where our parents were, to be married. So we had talked about it, and we were like, you know what, we're good with getting married in college. And after we went through the summer and I knew I wanted to marry her, I waited for the year, and when I had gotten the blessing from her parents, we had actually she wanted a fall wedding, and when I proposed I asked if she was okay with summer, and she said yes. And so here we are.
Something I'm looking forward to in the years to come is being able to spend all the holidays with my husband. I'm so excited about that because when we were dating, we would go to our different families' houses and spend the holidays. We had agreed on that. That was just how we spent the holidays. And now we're each other's family, and so that really makes me really happy to know that we can spend that time together.
So what am I looking forward to? I've loved the growth aspect. We actually combined our bank accounts when we got engaged so that we could learn how to use money together. And that growth process was just honestly fun. Like, it was cool to learn and grow with somebody. And honestly, just the growth aspect and learning how to live with somebody is exciting.